though it's just play the game about the vocabulary and math and only answer questions, but I still feel very fun. To explain what work is math and but that's in the written. Look, and I mean to draw it on the paper and then cut it out. I don't mean real money. I mean to draw it on the paper and then cut it out. I think the boundary is right. One, two, three, stop. So, the meaning is not Snap. I spit not. Cow. Cat. Cow.
Too fast. That is too heavy. Ten again.
Cat. Dog, buck, and dog, buck, and bark, dog.
Go, button. That. I got the picture. Look, a lion, a cute one. That's not beautiful first. What if today we become like the Japanese? Thanks for the meal. This one is cutie. Today you finish strong.
Bye.